Mendelian traits are those traits Mendelian traits are those traits which involve simple inheritance in terms of dominant and recessive gene. In terms of dominant and recessive gene. जैसे such Mendelian traits are blood group A, blood group B, RH positive, RH negative, A minor, blood group A min, etc. They are Mendelian trait or single gene trait or single gene trait. And thirdly, Mendelian traits are discrete trait, either present or absent. Either present or absent without any intermediate position. On the other hand, non-Mendelian traits are those traits which involve complex inheritance examples skin color, nose form, etc. skull, etc. Secondly, non-Mendelian, they are polygenic traits. Polygenic traits. जैसे for example skin color is interactional product of many genes, and the sets vary from person to person because interaction among the genes vary. And thirdly, other examples are codominant traits such as blood group AB. In AB blood group, neither blood A nor B is dominant, so both have codominance. And the fourth example of such type of traits are incomplete dominance. This is actually Mendel's had not explained these two type of traits. Incomplete dominance example is sickle cell trait. Sickle cell trait, that is HbA and HbS. In this, a normal hemoglobin cell and this is abnormal hemoglobin cell. Abnormal So in this sickle cell trait, neither normal hemoglobin HbA nor abnormal hemoglobin has dominance. So both have incomplete dominance. So these are important traits of example of non-Mendelian traits. Other next question is theoretical significance of Puram cookie system. B. Theoretical significance of Puram kinship. Puram cookie system. Actually, Puram tribe of Manipur is a patrilineal tribe having descent group such as lineage and clan, marriage rule, prescribed, preferential and privileged, cross-carrying marriage is a preferential form of marriage. This is the usual, but the theoretical significance is that T.C. Das Tarak Chand Das, his full name is Tarak Chand Das, who was a professor at Department of Anthropology, Calcutta, studied Puram cookie, carried field work in Puram cookie using genealogical method. He published the book Puram 1945. why so important that and one issue of the journal American Anthropology American anthropologist was devoted to interpretation and reinterpretation of the finding of the Puram cookie. Because the use of genealogical method in the study of Puram set a new trend of research. Third C, osteodontocratic. C, osteodontocratic culture and its maker. Osteo means bone, donto means teeth, and cratic means horn. So osteodontocratic so means bone, teeth, and horn. Culture hypothesized by Raymond as the culture of Australopithecus. Later on that hypothesis was rejected in the Australopithecus sites Pithecus sites in found in South Africa, such as Tong, Maka, Panchgat, Stark Fonting, a stone tool have been found but whether this stone tool a stone tool made by Australopithecus or seem to be tool a tool because of use is still unclear. So Australopithecus did not deserve the title Homo. Next question is as made as a signal among non-human primates. As a signal among non-human primate. Actually, during evolution, from class mammal primate members such as prosimian monkey, an ape, monkey, ape and man, mean lose the importance of a smell and develop the importance of eyesight, of stereoscopic vision. जैसे क्लास मैमल से जो इवोल्यूशन हुआ, क्लास मैमल, इसी से इवॉल्व किया प्राइमेट ऑर्डर, और प्राइमेट ऑर्डर में सबसे पहले प्रोसिमियन, मंकी, ape or man. So these three are non-primate, non-human primate. In class mammal, smelling power is more developed. Highly developed. In primate order, stereoscopic vision. As we move from this side, importance of eye tend to increase, smelling power tend to decrease. From this side, smelling power tend to decrease, and eyesight importance tend to increase. Or a smelling power tend to decrease. Actually, a smell as a signal among non-primate, a smell is very important means of communication among non-human primate. Especially a smell serve as a signal about the sexual receptivity of female non-primate members. The smell shows the woman is sexually active. Secondly, a smell serves as a defining the territory. Thirdly, a smell helps them to locate food resource. And finally, through a smell, they identify who are their own members and who are outsiders. So, a smell has several functions in non-human primate. Last, culture and embodiment. Here first we define culture. We give definition of culture. By E.B. Tyler. Culture is that complex whole. Culture is that complex whole which include knowledge, belief, art, moral, custom, tradition, habit and capabilities and habit acquired by man as member of society. इस डिफिनेशन देने के बाद भी हम लोग देंगे इम्बडीमेंट. इम्बडीमेंट का मतलब है इंटरनलाइजेशन ऑफ, मीन्स internalization of cultural belief, values, norm, etc. and its reflection in attitude and behavior. Whatever belief and values we acquire as a member of society, means during socialization, that belief is reflected in our behavior. For example, we can give the example some illustration of the tribals. जैसे for example, हमारे पहाड़िया believe in a spirit गोसाई, believe in a spirit गोसाई and offer Gosaian and offer maize product, sacrifice of animal and liquor. We can give other illustration. Ho Munda believe in Singh Boga and offer rice grain, sacrifice of cock and liquor. So as per the cultural belief we behave. So culture is embodied in our mind, is a part of our mind, our body, and that culture is reflected in our attitude and behavior. So this is about culture and its embodiment. Next, 2. Discuss the Miocene hominoid remains and their significance in evolution. Here actually Miocene period cover 24 million to 5.6 million period, and the fossil found from Miocene period have been placed in a category Diopithecine. Miocene fossil have been placed in a category Diopithecine. This has a subfamily Diopithecinae. And this subfamily had Diopithecus genera, Diopithecus and there is another Gigantopithecus, but that became extinct. Diopithecus, about Diopithecus is ancestor of apes, not human being. Diopithecus is a as Diopithecus species, Diopithecus sivalensis, Pithecus sivalensis is ancestor of orangutan. So there's Diopithecus major is ancestor of gorilla, and Diopithecus africanus is ancestor of chimpanzee. So Diopithecus is acknowledged as the ancestor of the apes, but regarding human, it is not clear whether he is human or not. About Ramapithecus, up to early 80, about Ramapithecus, up to early 80, it is believed that up to early 80, 90, 80, it was believed that Ramapithecus is ancestor of man. But P. Andrew 1982 made it clear that Ramapithecus is not ancestor of man. It is not a ancestor of African apes and human. So debate about whether Ramapithecus is ancestor of man or not is settled. It is regarded as subspecies of Sivapithecus. It is a subspecies of about Sivapithecus also. Sivapithecus have been discovered from Shivalik range of the Himalaya and the Kutch region of Gujarat. It dated 12.6 million years ago. About Sivapithecus, it is said that Sivapithecus is similar in several features with orangutan, and it is acknowledged as ancestor of orangutan. Whether Sivapithecus is ancestor of man is not clear. So this is what hominid, Miocene hominid remains. B. Compare and contrast symbolic approaches of Clifford and Victor Turner. Clifford is interpretive Victor Turner anthropology discuss symbol in social context. First, be clear, interpretive symbolism gives concept of culture as per Gage culture is inherent. Culture is inherited pattern of meaning. Inherited pattern of meaning embodied in symbol. तो उसका जो डेफिनेशन है वो दे देंगे और इसके बाद आइए कि इनका ये भी कहना है कि कल्चर इज लाइक ए लिटरेरी टेस्ट. कल्चर इज लाइक ए लिटरेरी टेस्ट which must be interpreted through thick description. Thick description is the method of study of cultural Greece. Thick description refers to interpreting value belief of the people from their point of view, people point of view. He has given the example of conspiratorial beings. Beings is not mere contraction of eyelid from the point of view of conspirator. Beings reflect something different. So, Clifford Gage intend to interpret value belief of the people through the method of thick description. He also given the example of cockfight, and through the interpretation of cockfight, Bali's culture cockfight in Bali culture reveals the underlying cultural value of Bali society. In Bali culture, important things are masculinity, pride, status, subordination, domination, which is truly reflected in cockfight. So, through this cultural metaphor, Gage says that through the cultural metaphor of cockfight, Gage interpret Bali culture. Now we also discuss Clifford Gage, Victor Turner in the analysis of Nadembu life cycle ritual such as marriage, birth, marriage, Turner showed that symbol represent the change of a status. For example, the adolescent ritual symbolizes the change of a status from boyhood to adulthood, girlhood to womanhood. So through this ritual, the group adjusts with internal and external changes. Turner also modified rite of passage model of Van Gennep. Turner rite of passage has three phases: separation, second है liminality, and third is communitage. This is the phase where the person, when a child go to school, he feel separation from secured home environment. Next phase is liminality. Liminality is a short phase of ambiguity, marginality. For example, if a student in IAC, sometimes he try to become engineer, sometimes doctor, sometimes politician. So his identity is in crisis. Next, but after ISC, if he join some engineering college or medical college, and after convocation ceremony is also a rite of passage. He assumes a new identity of doctor or engineer, and then he contribute to the society, return back to the society and contribute. He become a giver, not taker. So this is what his three life of passage phases: separation, liminality, and communitage. Turner also talk about symbols are multi-meaning. Symbol has multi-meaning. He talk of forked stick in Nademu shrine at 15 meaning. Forked stick in Nademu shrine had 50 meaning. Relation of hunter with metric in, fairness in the distribution of meat, piety, total 50 meaning. This folk stick has. So this is the differences between. Next, see, actually this year question. First 2025 question is beyond the pattern of P by Q. Previously, if a student solve previous questions, more likely he is in position to answer the questions. But this year trend has drastically changed. And you see through this question how political economy is integrated with ecological and adaptability perspective in biocultural anthropology. How political anthropology is integrated with ecological and adaptive perspective in biocultural anthropology. So biocultural anthropology means anthropology. Anthropology has two main branch, biological and cultural. So bioculture means anthropology. So in this question you see political economy Question is political economy. So there are so many variables: political economy, ecological, and adaptive perspective. So this is a question of insightful learning. Here several these topic: political economy, ecology, ecological resource, ecological resources, and adaptability perspective is integrated. Question is, because the term has been used in a new way, so this new question has been framed. A student have to integrate so that biological anthropology is anthropology, biocultural anthropology, consider considers political economy, that is leadership, ecological resources, and adaptive biological capacity and cultural tools, so that which ensure survival of the group in the ecological setting. There we have to give illustration of hunting type, such as bushman, the leader is a person who is not authoritative. He leads the group by persuasion and consensus. He manages the resources of the group. Bushman is a hunting and nomadic tribe. So the leader here is not a person who dominate over the individual. He is the leader which follow persuasion and consensus. So while going for the hunting, he guide the group which way behave. He guide the group by taking consensus decision which way we will get more likely hunting. And if other member fail to get the hunt and single member have got the hunt, he devised a rule of sharing. So custom of sharing The hunt is a mechanism through which they survive in the harsh environment. Next, we take the example of hunting tribal. For example, the shifting cultivators. Sorry. After giving the example of hunting tribe, we will discuss shifting cultivator. Among shifting cultivator, such as Naga, Mizo, Zhuang of Orissa, clan heads. Land belongs to the community. Land belong not to the individual. There is no private property to the individual, but to the community. Clan head act as a titular, owner of the land, titular owner of the land, and distribute the land resource to each family as per its requirement. So, through cultural technique, potting, hoe, and other technique, simple technique, these tribal practice shifting cultivation known differently in different tribal and survive in that environment. Biological capacity of the group is also a factor that help them to use their resources and survive in the environment. A study by R.S. Balagir 205 showed that the practice of inbreeding, the cultural practice of inbreeding had thwarted their capacity to use resources and affected their adaptation. Actually, the tribe suffer from congenital disease and that affected their development or their adaptation to the environment. So, through cultural means, biological capacity, the group utilizes ecological resources under the guidance of their leader. So, biocultural anthropology consider holistically all these factors that help the group, the community to survive in a particular environment. So this question is not previously asked, it is not based on any P by Q. So here you have to be insightful, considering the things you have studied. Culture ecology concept given by Junior Stewart. So important thing in culture ecology is how cultural tools help a group to adapt in environment. But beyond concept of cultural ecology, here you have to consider about leadership. Political economy means leadership pattern of the group. Adaptability refers to biological and cultural adaptation that ensures survival. So all these factors should be considered holistically to answer this question. Thanks. Next question we will discuss next time. Third question, how anthropologists assess the nutritional status of a community. Here also, here this question has several variables. Nutritional status, next day I will discuss this question 3 and 4. Thanks.